Yeah, I was saying now in Europe, but what I meant to say, now in Africa, they're trying to place themselves into Africa all the time. I don't understand why they keep doing that. Because if that was the case, you would be digging up more uh, Homo sapien, whatever you want to call it, Neanderthal cave people and these different things. You would have dug up way more burial and bones of these people, you know what I'm saying, still in existence within, you know what I'm saying, the African plateau, but they were never there. So you're not going to find any archaeologists, but when they dig it up, they're going to say what because they're doing the archaeologist work, they're going to say that it wasn't necessarily Africans in order to place themselves into the African story that predates their story by a zillion years. You know what I'm saying? To try to validate the originality of themselves. We know that old trick. You know what I'm saying? But he's in the private tall step out of Africa into what we now think is Eurasian soil. Earlier, more distant cousin had distant cousin had ventured out numerous times already, settling for the time before dying out. Our people have been around the earth a zillion times. We were traveling all across planet Earth. It doesn't matter where it was, even Tibet. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me that bullshit. We was already there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and I settled, you know, before dying out. We didn't die out. This time, it would all be different. This immigrant of modern, you know, human stock, that one modern human stock, we're the only human stock that was on planet Earth to begin with, at all. You know what I'm saying? Eventually seeding a cultural revolution that would ever change our planet in just a few short millenniums. We predate millenniums. Sorry to tell you. Wow, the outcome of the uh, the monumental, you know what I'm saying? The outcome of the monumental or whatever monumental journey is now obvious. The path taken and the country's law, lost lost branches branches and I mean can only be pieced together from a a a, a scant surviving artifacts, and the legacy of genetic mingling. There is no need to do that because we know that we are the humans, black people. We've been here for billions and zillions. We've been here for eons. They can't even tell you how old my people is. You know what I'm saying? And they can't even tell you how old Egypt is. They be lying. You know what I'm saying? The scattering of human bones and stone implements, you know what I'm saying, stripped from the sediments and of uh, uh, Baku Kari caves in central Bulgaria. My people was already there again. You're still talking garbage. It's just the kind of evidence archaeologists dream of uncovering in 2015. They have since been uh, dated to around 45,000 years. My people predate that by a billion years, officially, officially making them the oldest upper uh, politic or whatever human bones ever found. I don't know what the crap you're talking about, but that might be your people because we way older than that. By taking archaeologists' records into account, we can tell they had a distance, a descendant from a larger community, you know what I'm saying, on a 15,000 year long, you know, hiatus in their travel east if we know little in the East. Notice what they said. We know, if we know, if we knew little, if we knew little else about them, we might conclude these people represented some kind of stepping stone between a future in Asia and the past in and the past and a past set in Europe. No, that is not true. Mm-mm. A central hub on African doorstep from which we expanded. No, 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 no again. Africans is the only one that was in Africa because you would find, like I said, a lot more. You might find Neanderthal bones or what they call Neanderthal bones of people that may have looked a certain way that we see now can be now the ones we look at when we look at the ones in Australia. You know what I'm saying? But that necessarily could be their ancestors as well because we might not even share no DNA. Black people might not share any DNA with Aborigines. You know what I'm saying? It might be only Europeans that share DNA with the Aborigines. You see what I'm saying? So when we look at the steps that they're talking about, the Aborigines is not older than my African ancestors as well. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to building and stone cutting and different stuff, we have built cities all over the world, pyramids as well, all over the world. A central hub is in on Africa's doorstep. Well, the Africans were the one probably moving on and moving around and all of this and that and the third. As far as the Asia and past set Europeans, that's another situation in which when you're saying Asia, you're still talking about Europeans. You're not talking about Africans who were already in Europe and Asia as prior predating any human being being in that area at all, including Britain. You know what I'm saying? Where the Tasmanians used to dwell before they called themselves genociding the people and taking over the spot. Don't think I don't know about that. You know what I mean? The central hub and the doorstep. Expanding over future, expanding doorstep from which expanded and settled ever further abroad. The genetic evidence preserved in three of those bodies, however, does not match up quite so neatly with the with with neatly with this simple scenario. You got that right because you're probably holding Africans. You know what I'm saying? The last research led by Mark Planck or whatever his name, Institute for uh, Evolutionary. Here we go with that crap. You know what I'm saying? Anthropology in Germany. Look who's doing the study. He ain't gonna tell the truth. You know, he gonna lie to conclude themselves into being original people or original humans like Africans that you trying to fit yourself into, but you cannot because we predate your whole race by a zillion years. You know what I'm saying? Concluded the German, I guess the German anthropologist or whatever his name is, yeah, you know I'm saying conclude the individuals were more closely to present day and ancient population in East Asia and the Americas than to later West Eurasian population. You know what I'm saying? Finding closer family ties with modern and ancient Asian population than the modern European. Yes, because they were there before you, probably, the modern so-called European. You know what I'm saying? There is no connection to me other than the cooneria and the raping of the black woman in both Europe and Asia. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that Genghis Khan might have even came from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Or that area over there. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the founders of Asian people. So don't come with that. And Genghis Khan DNA is probably in every single one of them, along with the raping of the black woman. So don't come with that bullshit. Because you definitely is not original to neither Asia nor Europe. People introduce some